Mel, the running back position is really interesting to me because it's been de-emphasized, and then now it feels like there's a bit of a renaissance. Ezekiel Elliott has a remarkable year. I think a lot of that obviously has to do with that O-line, but there's a crop of talent coming out of college, and I'm curious, how do you sort of have things slotted right now at that position?
No question. Think about the last 4 years, Scott. Only 3 running backs have gone in the first round over the last 4 years. And Elliott, of course, makes that a trendy thing to do. This year, you could have 4 running backs in round 1. And you think about it right now, is it possible with the way the league has de-emphasized running backs, the fact that you can find guys like Jordan Howard out of Indiana to the Chicago Bears in round 5? Look at what David Johnson's doing in Arizona. Sure. As a 3rd-round pick. Le'Veon Bell was a 2nd-round pick. But I think there is a chance because of what the 4th running back brings to the table, and I'll get them in a second, versatility, Scott. That's what the NFL wants, and that's what the 4th running back possibly coming off the board has.
And the 4th running back is?
Christian McCaffrey from Stanford. Now, I'm saying 4th. He could end up being the 3rd running back off the board, maybe 2nd, because he brings a multitude of skills to the table. He has had 82 receptions out of the backfield the last 2 years. He's had 8 receiving touchdowns the last 2 years, 21 rushing touchdowns. And the great thing about him, Scott, is you think about not having Kevin Hogan, he averaged more per carry this year than he did last year. 6'3" this year, 6 even last year. So when you look at Christian McCaffrey, he can do so many things, tremendous bloodlines, extremely hard worker. That's why he's a late 1st-round pick, in my opinion.
Now, Fournette was a known commodity from the minute he came out of high school, and Dalvin Cook, you could say the same thing. Yeah. How much has Foreman from Texas, how much did he really open people's eyes and burst onto the scene in a way that was not really presumed?
Scott, it's crazy. When I do the top 25 big board every other week during the college football season, I kept watching Foreman. He kind of came out of nowhere, and he becomes kind of a one-year wonder, and you watch him each week, and you say, Junior, do I want to put him on the big board? Hey, he's draft eligible. He doesn't have to come out. He can stay, but I'm putting him on the board. And right now he's at 12 on the big board. He said he's coming into the NFL draft. And as a pure runner, Scott, he had few peers, if any, at the collegiate level this year. He was spectacular for a 5-7 team, a freshman quarterback. If he can just become more of a factor, if he would have been more of a factor in their pass offense catching the ball, his grade probably would have been elevated even more.
As it relates to Leonard Fournette, had the high ankle sprain, didn't ever have the giant game against an Alabama, but do you have any reservations about how he translates at the next level?
I don't want to put him in that Elliott mold. I think the expectations will be that Fournette will be Ezekiel Elliott. He's not as versatile as Elliott. And I think you look at what the limitations were. The production was outstanding when he was healthy. The quarterback position was always subpar. Yeah. Okay? So it put all of that pressure, and you're not going to run through a brick wall. That's why Alabama shut him down. What bothers me a little bit is durability concerns with a long NFL season, and he's not as versatile overall as Ezekiel Elliott was coming out of Ohio State.
Yeah, and you speak about versatility. I'll take Dalvin Cook, man. I think that guy's a home run hitting monster. We're not even going to really get to him here, but I mean, if he falls into somebody's lap, they're going to love what they get because that guy can.
Hey, Scott, if you like Jamal Charles, you'll like Dalvin Cook.
Well, I always say in college, play the fight song, man. He needs just a little crease to get to the end zone. He'll make fantasy football owners real happy at the next level. Mel, always a pleasure to talk, man. Happy holidays. Be well.
Thanks, Scott. Take care, pal.